Picture this, right? It is a scorching hot July morning, about 30 degrees in the sun. You load up 200 litres of a fresh batch mix into your tank, 15% sodium hypochlorite, proper active stuff. You arrive on site feeling good, get to work. But by 2 o'clock in the afternoon, you start noticing something is wrong. The render is not cleaning like it did at 9 a.m. The dwell time has suddenly doubled, and you are sitting there watching billable hours slip right through your fingers.
What actually happened?
Well, while that mix was sitting in a warm plastic tank in the back of your van all day, heat and sunlight were constantly breaking down the sodium hypochlorite. You were literally spraying off gassed, weakened chemical that lost its punch before it even hit the wall. And that, right there, is what I call the delivery bottleneck. A lot of guys in our industry treat their chemical delivery setup like an afterthought. They think as long as liquid comes out of the hose, the job gets done. But moving chemicals from a container to a surface with total precision, that is where profits are either made or completely lost.
You see, a chemical delivery system is not just a pump and a hose.
It is the complete setup that controls three crucial factors: your exact dilution strength, your flow rate, and your back pressure. If you are running a standard 12-volt pump off a batch tank, your delivery mechanics are rigid. Whatever strength you poured into that tank in the morning is the exact strength you are forced to spray all day long, regardless of what the surface actually needs.
And let us talk about the hidden costs of batch mixing for a minute, because they add up fast.
Beyond the heat degradation I just mentioned, what happens to the 50 or 60 litres left over in your tank at 4 p.m? You cannot leave it sitting in the van until next week because it will degrade into weak salt water. So you end up either dumping product or trying to top it up the next morning by eye. And let us be honest, guessing your top-up ratios on a job site with a bucket and a prayer is not professional chemistry. It is complete guesswork.
So here is my plain English rule that every single exterior cleaner needs to remember.
If you cannot adjust your chemical concentration instantly at the trigger when switching from, say, a delicate light green algae on K-Rend to heavy black lichen on Indian sandstone, you are losing money. You are either wasting expensive chemical by over-applying on easy jobs, or you are wasting billable labour time waiting forever for an understrength mix to work on hard jobs. Neither option is sustainable if you want to build a serious business.
Now, let us break down how you fix this bottleneck by looking at your equipment choices. On one end of the spectrum, you have basic pump sprayers and simple 12-volt batch setups. They are cheap to set up initially, but they offer zero flow stability and zero chemical control on site. On the other end, you have precision proportioning systems, like a dosatron system or dedicated proportioning manifolds. These systems draw fresh chemical concentrate and fresh water from separate tanks, mixing them on demand at the exact percentage you select right before it travels down the hose line. When contractors make the jump from manual batch mixing to on-demand proportioning, the operational numbers are, frankly, eye-opening. On average, moving to a proportioning system cuts raw chemical consumption by up to 30% per job. Why? Because you only ever use the exact percentage required for the surface in front of you, and you never waste a single drop of unused batch mix at the end of the day. Plus, you eliminate about 45 minutes of messy morning tank prep before you even turn the ignition key in your van. I remember back when I started out, hauling heavy pre-mixed chemical drums, constantly worrying if I had enough strength or if I was about to burn a client's plants because the mix was too hot for the wind conditions. Moving to controlled proportioning changed everything for my workflow. And if you want a simple, practical tip you can test on your own setup today, do a 2-minute bucket test. Grab a graduated measuring bucket, set your pump to your normal operating pressure, and run fresh water through your nozzle into the bucket for exactly 60 seconds. Measure the exact volume delivered to calculate your real flow rate in litres per minute. You would be amazed how many contractors have no idea what their actual nozzle output is until they measure it. Look, upgrading your delivery setup is about more than just convenience. It is about raising standards across our entire industry. If you want to master chemical math, understand legal compliance, and protect your equipment investments, get yourself over to softwashing.uk. Explore our free knowledge hub, check out our equipment guides, and enroll in our CPD certified Softwash training course.
Getting certified not only gives you the technical knowledge to work safely and efficiently, but it also qualifies you to join our approved Softwash applicator directory, helping you win higher value commercial and domestic jobs with total confidence. Take control of your delivery systems, stop wasting chemical, and let us elevate the industry together.